What up, everybody? Sam here, and it's been a few weeks since I posted my last video, and the reason being is it's just been crazy. I did have last week a family vacation, Monday through Friday, but um, in documenting my progress and recovery from post-vaccine long COVID, I um, I started this new diet of getting alkaline, and it was removing, like, not really eating any meats, no processed foods, no dairy, wheat, gluten, which I had already avoided most of that except for meat. And the whole idea is when your body's alkaline, the dormant viruses in your body don't have anything to feed upon, so they're going to die off. You're going to feel some pretty bad detox effects. So the first step was just getting into the diet, which I got into. And my pain, which I had been feeling in my extremities, my forearms, my legs, went down significantly. Like, it's still a little bit achy here and there, but it went down significantly. I've also noticed that my energy levels and my focus have gone up. But what happened was not last week, 2 days ago, but last week, like 10 days ago. It was like Friday, and we moved forward to like the phase two or the next stage of my program with Green Health and Wellness. And that is to add in, he gave me a list of like, I think 8 or 9 different like superfood supplements to take. And so I, of course, went in, I saw the dosage, and I went, put everything into my smoothies, drank that. And within 30 minutes, I was dizzy. I didn't throw up till later in the day, but I was just beside myself sick. I slept all day, and then I slept all night. It was crazy. And then all weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I was just beside myself. And I think it's really important to share this because if you've ever dealt with like detoxing, and I know people are like, oh, detoxing, that's a load of baloney, blah, blah, blah. Like, you just need to take this pill and you'll feel better. Like, that's not true. Like, there is detoxing. Your body does have things in it that you got to get rid of, and it feels bad coming out. I'm a 32-year-old man who I consider myself pretty tough after everything that I've been through. And I just could not stop crying all weekend. I couldn't. And it was a really bad emotional detox. And my health guy, Green Health and Wellness, told me, you just got to embrace it. And my mom, I actually talked to her about it because my mom had breast cancer, and she had 17 tumors removed. But like, rather than doing chemo, she just did this alkaline diet, went to Mexico, nothing but basically fruits and vegetables and really healthy food for a couple months to get alkaline, healed herself right up. So I'm doing that now. I'm doing the whole alkaline thing. But she had mentioned that there was times where she would just feel so like emotionally distraught because as your body's getting alkaline and it's healing, it's going to be expelling these viruses, these toxins, this locked up trauma. And that's what I was feeling last weekend. I was really worried I wouldn't be able to make my trip up to Idaho to see my family. Praise Jesus, I was able to, of course, make it up there. But I was still feeling kind of like an emotional wreck up there until about midweek. And when I was up there, I wasn't following the diet to a T. I was having meat occasionally, which whenever you eat meat and fat, it slows down your body's detoxification process. So I felt a bit better up there, came back, and not yesterday because today's Monday, 2 days ago, Saturday morning, I woke up and I did all the supplements again, but I did lower doses just to like test it out, just to say, okay, maybe the first time was just a fluke. Let's try it again. Go back in. I took all the extra supplements and I was dizzy, nauseous, throwing up. Thought I felt a little bit better that evening. Ate some normal food, then I threw up again. I had insane dreams that night, which if you've ever detoxed, you know that you're going to have some crazy dreams. And Sunday I felt a bit better. Today I felt a bit better. I felt a bit dizzy though. And the update for me is that after I got my stem cells done at the end of May, that rebooted my immune system, which then made it so that my immune system could go and attack and start, fixing the issues. Like where I got the vaccine 3-4 years ago in August of 21, it all of a sudden got sore after my stem cell treatment, which is so weird. Like, why would it be getting sore years after? That tells me that the body was going in and grabbing that stuff and pushing it out. I had some of the worst detox days after the stem cells. but I'm of course still improving. And you have to really embrace the suck. Now, granted, if you do catch a cold or flu, like that's one thing, but when you're detoxing, really recognizing like, okay, like my liver hurts, I'm nauseous, there's just stuff coming up, vomiting, not the other end, which I know is gross, but I'm sharing this to help others in this situation. You learn like, okay, this is a detox day. I'm gonna embrace it. I know I gotta go through these bad detox days to get to the good days. And have a night terror, have a nightmare, wake up sweaty. Well, something's coming out of me. And what the thought process is because my pain has gone down by probably about 90%. I just have a little bit of aches and pains in my extremities every now and then. I haven't really exerted myself physically to test that out again, but it seems like what it used to be is if I ever went on like long walks or, treadmill walking, incline walking, that I would get dizzy if I exert myself too much. Now I'm pretty much, I don't want to say I'm dizzy all the time, but I get dizzy a lot. And what my guy tells me that's from is now that it seems like the body has healed itself very well, where I'm not, say, sore in my circulatory system that much anymore, my body is now able to detox and attack the toxins and heavy metals and viruses in my brain. But a lot of these issues are caused from Epstein-Barr, which actually I had mono sometime in college. And when I first had gotten sick in November of 21, it was sick a little bit before that, but when I first got tested for like all these different just viruses and stuff in November of 21, they saw that I had mono already. It's like, I think it's mono, but you've already had mono, so it can't be that. It took a while before we ruled everything else out before we finally were like, okay, a doctor told me it's the vaccine. But then what happened was my doctor, like a year later, was like, you know what, let's just test your mono levels again. Let's just test that. My mono antibodies went way up from when I already had it. And so my doctor was like, that means that you had an Epstein-Barr flare-up. And that, I didn't tell this to the green health and wellness guy, but he had said it. He's like, I think what you're dealing with is also now the vaccine triggered all this, and it triggered your mono to then get reactivated, and your body's fighting that off. And because you're so acidic, you're not able to get rid of the Epstein-Barr virus as well as the Epstein-Barr neurotoxin that it emits. But now that I'm eating such a good, healthy diet that's alkaline and not acidic, like my pH piss step this morning was 8, which is alkaline, basic. That virus doesn't have anything to feed on, so it's going to start dying off. But where you're going to feel it is in your head. Dizzy, nauseous, spins, a little bit of vertigo. The Epstein-Barr virus it releases a neurotoxin, and some people's body gets it out right away, others not so much. And so what my thought process is that my lymph nodes have been starting to clear stuff out, so stuff's starting to move. And now my body is able to start attacking the Epstein-Barr virus, which is why I am getting dizzy and nauseous like all the time. And that's pretty much it. I want to obviously do a better job at making these videos. I have my own business that I've been working on that that takes up almost all my time. And then between travel and, I try to film these videos on Sunday, but yesterday was just so busy, and the Sunday before I was just desperately sick. So I really want to keep making these videos, even if they're not really getting seen by anyone. My goal for this is to document my recovery, and hopefully someone else who's going through similar situation as me, hopefully they can see this as well and, know that they're not alone in this. And hey, this guy has gone through hell. He's describing symptoms and recovery and treatment similar to what I've done. So his story helps me. And that's really what this is, because all of us who had gotten sick from the vaccine, there's no set cure for this. Like, I had seen some person say they fasted for like 18 days and felt completely fine. I had seen people say, oh, I did this, that, and this, and took this medication or ivermectin, I felt fine. I've done all that stuff. I mean, I did like an 84-hour fast. I didn't make it too far because I fainted. But what I'm working on now is just getting alkaline to remove anything from these viruses to consume. And I'm dealing with the die-off of that. And my health, it does keep getting better and I keep trending up. The downturns are rough, but if you've been going through what I've been going through, just know that you got to go through hell to get to the better areas. You got to detox to feel better. And embrace the suck. Like, you're going to have some bad days, and just know that as long as you're eating healthy and you're, detoxing, those bad days mean that your body's getting stuff out of you and you're just going to feel better after. So hope this helps. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your week and God bless.